everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Hangout. Unfortunately, today I roll alone, but I want you guys not to be worried because the show is still going to continue and it's still going to be fun because today on the show I have the best people that are going to give you advices coming from business management, talking to creatives that are coming from the streets of Quebec. You guys get onto this show. We're all about giving you guys tips and also advices and also introducing you guys to new careers that we have and also giving you possible directions and guidelines as to how can you guys also follow on those careers. So today, sizabe sithetha with someone obethiweyo, that's what they say. Someone obethiweyo esikolweni. And today we are going to be talking to Usethu Pil. She's going to give you guys more as to what did she study and who she is basically. But from my side, I'd like to welcome Usethu. Unfortunately, she's not in studio, but we made means so that we can have this conversation with her because her career is quite inspirational and also something for one to look at. Sethu, teta okokoko, but allow me to welcome you to the Hangout and also please tell us about Usethu ngowaphi and what does Usethu do and what did you study?
Hi there, Zinhle. So I'm Sethu, but my full name is Usipho Sethu Pil, and I'm from Port Elizabeth. And regardless of the fact that I've now relocated out of town, and Port Elizabeth will always be in my heart. But anyways, I studied a diploma in management at NMMU, Nelson Mandela University, and my diploma for me was not enough. I decided to further on and do 1 year, which is equivalent to a bachelor's degree, because I felt like it's more important to actually study further so that you can be able to get more job opportunities, because nowadays they want more qualifications, but it's also important to not be overqualified without experience. So that's why I studied management and then went on further to study business, and I qualify as a finance manager.
So I can say that what you started can eventually take you to the corporate world, basically.
Yes, that's me, but there's two streams to what I studied: corporate world and being an entrepreneur.
So also because you mentioned in Dabayoba you are from Upper Ebai, and I just wanna hear advice yako okanye guidance and tips that you can give to a young Sethu that's coming from Ebai and also does not understand as to what the careers or let's say the courses that you've done, what do they cater basically. So can you please just try and explain to those kids at home?
So basically, my qualification is under a faculty called Business and Economic Science in NMMU. And it's very crucial that if you choose to have maths literacy, then you must make sure that you qualify for 60% and above in order to enter into the university, for all subjects and for all courses. And then if you're actually privileged to get into a pure maths stream, then you can have a level 3, which is a 40 to 49%. So if then a child wants to study but has maths literacy from grade 10, it's okay, but make sure that you pass and your finals have a 60 and above for your average for you to be able to qualify for entry into the university. And in my stream, business studies, business management, you should also have business studies in high school, and then also make sure that you also have good grades when it comes to the academia in languages and all that. But for me, I had maths literacy and I had above 60%, obviously. And it was not that hard because I started off with applying with my grade 11 report. And because the most important thing is to make sure that you apply early. And then you will see after you get your results for grade 12 what you qualify for, and they will just provisionally accept you until you get your results. So it's not wise to wait until you get your finals and then you apply, because you will not get a position, because it's always like running, people are always applying. So it's better to apply online early as possible in order to qualify and get a position in university.
Yeah. So Setu, I because you mentioned doing the different things. So I want to know whether was it enye lena an escape, okanye was it an initial thing to do, okanye it was just nje the flow of water, but I'm just gonna do this and that. Was it your
For
initial
me, in Oh, okay. For me in high school, I didn't even know what I want to do when I get to university. I didn't even have a plan for my future to know what I want to be one day. And I let my parents decide for me. So they allowed me into logistics, because the outside world now, logistics is a thing. And then for me, it didn't work out. So I kind of wasted 2.5 years of my life in university, but I did not give up. I told my parents that I'm not happy with the course because I'm not passing, because it has more of cramming, and I want to study to understand and also do numbers. So that was the problem. And then they were always supportive and asked me, what do I want to do? And I got advice, and I was like, okay, I did management, I did business studies, and I passed it well. I passed well in my maths, so I can always change. So after my second year, they accredited me to not start first year, but to continue with the new course. And then I did my undergrad in management, then furthered on my studies, because now I qualified more to actually have a bachelor's degree in business studies, which is equivalent to a financial management degree.
So, Setu, also, can you please tell us about what are the challenges that one can occur in the industries that you mentioned?
For me personally, is the fact that starting from university, when you look at the class that we were in, you'd have like 300 plus people studying for the same course when it comes to business. And everyone wants to be a manager someday. Everyone wants to be in charge and everything like that. So the disadvantage is the fact that you might be applying for jobs in the best companies, but not get accepted, because there's so many people that could be better than you, or so many people that have more connections than you. So that could be the biggest disadvantage that I have faced before. And I've realized that it could be something that's crucial for everyone. Unemployment is the death of us all.
Oh, not all of us, especially in the SA, sana kwenza gani. But last
Exactly.
sana ku bad, and it's something that it's not cute. So also, what can you say you have managed to achieve? Obviously, it's the qualification, because now akekho umuntu ozawuthetha ngoSethu Peel without mentioning your qualifications. So now, what can you say you were able to gain from studying what you studied?
What I've gained, starting from my first day, is the fact that you go into university not knowing anything, but all you need to do is truly ukuzifaka, umane ungene ezindaweni. Like if there is a chance of you getting to a business management society, enter there so that you can be exposed, so that you know where to go if you need bursaries and things like that. That's what actually helped me a lot. The bursaries that I received after my second year are unbelievable. And not giving up is the second thing that I've realized, that, wow, I'm very powerful. Because if I was another child, I would decide that, okay, my parents decided this course for me, it didn't work for me. So now what to do, because I've wasted so much time. But what I did was to decide upon myself, gain more advice, and then trust the process, and go for what I thought was best. And I was having a blast. Starting from the time where I started management, it was amazing, because I started passing more, and feeling it, that actually this is where I belong. Even after that, I was like, okay, it's amazing. Now I've got internships coming in as well, and the departments that I never thought that I'll be receiving. So that's experience for me as well. So I would also advise, if someone has the chance during the holidays of university time, June or December, take those opportunities of working on holidays, so that you can build up your CV and make it look gorgeous. By the time you in the corporate world, you have a beautiful CV and people will be truly inspired and want to hire you because you gained experience at a young age. Because now when you in the corporate world, they want 5 year experience, 2 year experience, whereas you'll be fresh and new and you have nothing to offer. And you've studied very hard. So
Yeah. So lastly, Setu, so on the show, what we usually do is that we play at excuse me. What we do on the show with this segment is that we play a bit of a game, right? So what
okay.
but Kuwe, because of you are not in studio, we're definitely going to ask you a question, which is what can you say is a good managerial skill one must have when in management? So now you are basically giving advice to the big guys that are already saying, and good management, you get? Mm.
Okay. Wow, that's a good question. But there's so many good answers to that. But for me personally, I would say good communication.
Yeah.
Because as a leader, you must be willing to be led and all those things. But communication is very crucial because if you don't know how to communicate with other people, whether it's in the lower positions or high positions, then you won't have understanding when it comes to all of you guys. And then when you're trying to send out through a message or instructions, and then you don't have good communication skills, then people will not take you seriously. Or if you don't respect other people when you trying to send a message or trying to send communication, whether it's on your phone, via emails, via like personal communication, it's very crucial to have beautiful communication skills. That is it for me.
Wow, I thought mhlambi ubuzawuthi yekani okay, no, it's fine. Let me not say it rather.
Say it. Say it. Say it.
Uzawuthi bana let them not use power to control and also to manage people, but that is also
No,
still fine.
I can't say that because that's also my field. I cannot be doing those type of things to make them feel some type of way, but
Yeah,
then
I know you're on a social side case that.
yeah,
Yeah, thank you
yeah.
so much, Setu, for joining us and also honoring our invite to be with us, even though ungekho apha eBhayi, but we would love to have you on studio. But from my side, and I'm sure from the Hangout viewers, that they're definitely wishing you all the best, and also they are rooting for you on one of the corporate companies ezinkulu apha in South Africa. So yes, guys, thank you so much, Setu. And sorry, before you go, where can people get you?
Actually on Instagram it's Say Two Tots. And Facebook, I'm not a fan. I still have it. But then on TikTok, I'm also Say Two Tots.
Ms. Vele Gebetunana, please follow her and make her numbers grow so that you guys can also be inspired. Who knows? Maybe you guys might get another tip, one or two that we did not get to touch base on. But thank you so much. Have a lovely day. And yeah, just say thank you to our viewers.
Thank you for having me, everyone. I love you loads and all the best. Never give up.
You and from me to you guys, we are definitely moving right along to the next one. Coming back from an ad break, and you guys do know that I never miss an opportunity to invite our rising stars. And today we have invited the guys who I believe that have shown us about we should never find excuses and also not to follow our dreams. And today I don't have one, but I have three guests, and they are coming from different departments. I'm talking about your casting, your directing, and they are doing the world. I think it's the world for me because Izgitsizaba are always trending. And yes, if I cannot even mention the amount or the titles of Izgits that they have done. Into engeske yenzeke kungaveske kuphela show kuthiwe khathi zinhle. And yeah, but these guys are definitely doing umsebenzi that we enjoy at home and we love as well. And I am not talking about, I usually always refer to him as Usek Esana because his work is beautiful. And I am talking about Simpiwe Se Boza Stofile. I don't know if you know him because he is the director of the skits that we are going to be talking about. He's basically the writer and also the director. And we have our two famous characters who are also actors and characters on the skits that I am talking about. And it's definitely Nako Makasi, and you guys know him as Usneshi. And obviously, we have also Upal Majola. I don't know whether do I need to give any more introductions about who Paul is, because I'm sure you guys do know who she is. So, Hangout fam, please help me welcome the guys, the skits guys. And yeah, Ninjani.
Siya. I'm not sure.
Okay.
We're good.
We're
We're good. Unjani wanazi?
I am definitely doing well. I'm definitely doing well. But starting with you, Sene. So I'm sure the most burning question our viewers at home have is to know why skits.
Masithathe elithuba sibulele nge-invitation.
Yeah.
Ndizi-introduce. Umna ndinguSimphiwe wakastofile fine. Ngilapha e-4 plus ngokuhlala. Ndi-founder yeSeboza Entertainment. Ndiyi-writer, ndiya-director, ndiya-producer, ndiya-editor. Almost zonke ezenziwa ndim there. The reason sastarta as kids, bendiyi-artist before Prof say artist. Yi-artist, ane? But ngenxa ye-space ubone ba kubhukhwa abantu abathile andifumani mathuba and stuff, then I decided to start as kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
So because you mentioned all the caps that you wear, ne? You mentioned from directing to script writing to editing. Basically, you are all-rounder. You are the backbone of the projects that you guys are working on. Masithi ke ngoku xa ubhalayo, what inspires you? Do you look around the environment osuka kuyo, the community osuka kuyo? What inspires you?
Okay, ixesha elininzi i-concept siyithatha mandithi besihleli kuloo ndawo. Ubani enza ijoke, thina sithatha laa joke siyiguqule. Uyabo, and then nabantu endisebenza nabo ke yoba flexible. Ba umnike into wenza ngapha kwaloo nto nayo une-idea zakhe. Uyabo, injalo.
So, Boza, ndifuna uza kuwe ne, if you can quickly give us an idea about xa ubhalayo your storylines, do you have any whereby ufumana inspiration from? For instance, abanye abantu tend to say that from family, from environment and whatnot. So ndifuna uva kuwe where do you draw your inspiration for storyline?
Okay, when it comes to storyline, yabo, storyline sisithatha apho sihlala khona. Yabo, ungahlala nomuntu acrack ijoke, then thatha la joke senze ngayo storyline. Then even nabantu endisebenza nabo, sorry. Nabantu endisebenza nabo ba flexible. If umxelelo idea uyakwazi ufakelela. Uyabo?
So in Doyeno, it's more of collaborative work, basically.
Yes.
Which is lovely because kaloku some people tend to bafune umntu uzenzele into yakhe kanti this is an industry whereby we collaborate as creative individuals. And also talking about creative individuals, ndifuna uyazi, how do you discover these gems? Because sana talente. So kaucho when it comes to casting, wenza njani?
Okay, uDlangisa. uDlangisa sasifunda sonke emagxeki high. Ebesisituji ke pha eklasini. Ebesisituji eklasini. Ngo-2000 and I think 2013 ufumana kwami ikhamera yami. Yabo. uDlangisa wayehleli phe trainini. Khona itrain ekufuphi napha kumendlini. Wayehleli pha. Ndambizisa, ndaDlangisa jonga izapha. Ndabizisa noMawawa. uMawawa ngunyana kabrother wami.
Okay.
Ndabizisa noMawawa. Sashuta i-first kit yethu of which ayingu ane sayishuta la first kit siyishuta kayi3 Because sashuta xa bazandicheck isound yecamera xa funeka ndiedithile akho sound.
Hey, uyabona ke, that's another thing that people need to know about.
Yeah.
There can be downfalls.
Yeah. Sayiphinda okwesibini andikhumbuli kwenzeka ntoni, then sayishuta okwesithathu kulapho sayikhupha khona la first kit yethu.
Yeah.
Then sa-introduce u-Andy as unyana kampehle. Yabo sasikhayela nje i-out encinci period, then sathatha uKindi. Lahamba ixesha sadibana no-Pearl. Yabo?
Okay. Yeah.
Sadibana no-Pearl, sa-introduce no-Pearl.
No Pearl.
Yes.
So, I want us now to get on to uPearl. Ake acho uba acting ingene nini because of, as I've mentioned earlier on, but she does a whole lot. She is a brand of her own. So, Pearl, when Saboza gives you a briefing, what goes through your mind?
What goes through my mind is uPearl.
Yes.
When he gives me a character, I'll be like, oh, okay. Let me just add a little bit of a spice.
Yeah, because we need drop.
Yes. And then when he gives me a character, before ndiye kuye, I always ask, Ndize nantoni, what's my character? And then, okay, this is what you're going to do. I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. As a shooter, and yes, number what happens, but as a shooter, I'll be like, this is gonna sound nice. This is gonna make things better. Okay, how about we do this? I always add spice to
and
what I
element.
do and my element. There's always gonna be uPearl quick character. Nobody, but there's always gonna be uPearl quick character. If you notice, all my characters, similar. Some people will be like, find your voice. I'll be like, oh, okay. The voice, number one. Because now, our actor, there are different voices.
Yeah,
but I always use a voice yam because the voice yam. And then abanye bazothi, you're okwakundweba, in which uPearl lower. It's not the character, but uPearl. So ndiye ndizimixe zonke, but fortunately for me, ndisebenza nomuntu understand ayiba.
And Sana, she does need someone who understands her. So, because my next question for you was, how do you differentiate between being in character and then now you're being uPearl? So clearly, ayikho a difference.
There's not much of a difference. Utibana no Pearl or character, and then uphinda udibane noPearl engu-DJ, ne? The same Pearl umbonile character, uzaphinda umbone nayo xa i-DJ. The loudness is there.
Yeah.
The loudness is always there. On my Transnet video, I'll be like, hi, Manny, and then people are like, yo, let's bao. When you meet me, you always ask me, can you say, hi, Manny?
Yeah.
And then I will shout, hi, Manny. And then people will be like, oh, this is her.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, I definitely do not want you guys to leave the set, because on the show we usually play out a spin wheel challenge, whereby when your arrows basically lands on a specific challenge, you do that challenge. It can be dancing, it can be singing, it can so it's an all-rounder. And definitely, as a promise, I still do have my rising star guest on the show, and we're definitely going to be playing our famous spin the wheel, whereby they have to do the challenges on the wheel. So earlier on, we really didn't get about who is Andy and what does Andy do, Andy YP, and can we please give him that shine so that he can introduce himself, and also Abulisa Majida from the streets of Ezwide. Andy, welcome to the Hangout.
Igama lami ndingu-Edinako, ifani yam nguMakhasi, ndihlala apha eFairplus. Amajida am ngulolwethu ube nguXhulumanga. Isikolo sami iPhakamisa, sihlala lapha eSoweto.
Yeah. Abulise nje umama, utata, umakazi.
Ngiyabulisa mama notata apha endlini.
Ah, that's lovely. So Andy, what I want to know is that usebhoza esithi kuwe Andy ndifuna uthethe ezilayi kwenzeka ntoni apha kuwe engqondweni?
Sike ndicinge mani ukuba ndiyenze kakuhle namhlanje kanye sike ndityhafe ngamanye amaxesha mhlawumbi uba andifuni uyenza le way qha sike ndibe nepressure uba ndiyenze kakuhle ngale ndlela ndiyenze ngayo. Ngamanye amaxesha ndisike ndibhude ndiphinde ke ndenze kakuhle.
And also ke ngoku umamakho uthini xa ekubukelayo phaa efowunini? Athi hayi mama ngunyana wam lona njena.
Umama waveske wandivuyela apha endlini ukuqala kwam undibona efowunini.
Yeah. Namhlanje uza kubona eTVini, so I'm sure she is definitely going to be jumping up and down. Ne? Yes. And just like that girl, Andy has told us about ungubani and what he does. So he basically plays a character kaSnglish. Snglish, ne? Plays a character kaSnglish on the skits. And also, Andy, sinale game, ne? So le game into yenzayo uyayijija. Xa ugqibela uyijija, xa le arrow yakho ikhombe onto i-challenge lena, uzayenza, right? Are you able to do that? And also you, Pearl, don't try and shy away from us. Don't try and shy away from us because Sana, now you're going to play this game, right? So, Andy, please spin the wheel. Spin, Andy, spin, spin. Ooh. Okay. It is definitely on finish the lyrics. So, sinengoma ne that we have prepared for you. I don't know. Now what we have fun ukufake kwi-key okanye ndithi nje i-hint uba ingoma ithini. Awuyazi ne? Okay, so let's get on to it. So, ndifuna undiculele ingoma kaKabza, the small, ne? So the song is Imithandazo. Otherwise, there are the lyrics. You can finish the lyrics from our teleport. Are you able to? Uyakwazi? Bambelela mngani wami. So, okay, Kesana, Andy, that's fine, Sister Forgiver. But now, Pearl, I said forgiving, you definitely play this game.
Right.
So, now, it's in your hands. Please spin the wheel. Spin the wheel, Pearl. So, there's nothing. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel, spin the wheel, spin the wheel. Come on. Hey! It's definitely drink water. So onto this challenge, Ned, that you've landed on. You have to drink a glass of water in 10 seconds.
And fun?
In 10 seconds. So you gulp it down. I'll count you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You need to finish up the glass of water.
Inoba nindifake kwi-life insurance apha sozuve sana. Isanamanzi.
Okay, so this is your glass of water. And in 3...
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At least we got to beat someone. Got to beat someone on the game. And lastly, and I'm going to give you another chance to spin our wheel so that at least ibe khona into oyenzayo. Yebo? So, can you spin the wheel again? Andy, I hope ke sana umane into ebhetele.
Yeah.
Drinking water as I don't know. I think mhlambi inoba ngabantu abathanda hydration or something like that. But Andy, same thing as Upel nakuwe. You have to finish le glass yamanzi. And yana uzayikwazi na, I'm worried. You have to finish le glass yamanzi. So, wait for me to give you a countdown. In 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Unfortunately, Kesana and come back. He really couldn't make it, Kesana, but he tried because I believe that at least got 7-ish. Got 7-ish. So that is something to be proud of. So also, I want to know,
Yes.
when it comes to how do we get hold of you?
All right. Kuseboza, uyamfumana on Facebook, Seboza, Instagram @Seboza, TikTok Seboza.
Yeah.
Bufuna inamba yakhe 08600
When do we give out numbers? But yeah, give it to Nana. Find Useboza on all those socials, and also any projects that you're planning on working on or collaborating on.
zikhona i-project I mean yo isilungu bethuna zikhona ke i-project esisebhizi nazo okwalo mzuzu next week siyakhupha kodwa eyona inkulu yi-podcast yethu ezayo ethi ndim Mosixuza apha. It's whereby siba ne-guest wachomi wakhe waliquza emjolweni sithi abo ukuba uyaqonda sekho wabethakala emjolweni siza nayo ke ngoku i-podcast yethu ethi ndim Mosixuza apha abantu baza ne-experiences zabo zokwenziwa iquza. Obviously I'm gonna be your host with the most.
Ungahleki like zaba.
Asoze shem sendizivile but andihlekisi shem asoze.
Definitely. And yeah, guys, Zini, that is we have came to the end of this segment, and I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for coming in and also being part of the show. And Andy, I'm sure was out Africa and I'm trying to mama pause on it. We pause and I'm trying to because you're going to appear on TV. Yeah, definitely great stuff. And Pearl, we definitely cannot wait to see you flourish and also to see you building your brand even on greater heights and abroad. Uyabona, sifuna londo.
Chami ndikuvile but andiva le English yakho kodwa inkosi.
Pearl, ndikufuna uyinto enkulu ebomini.
Go to Xhosa chomi kodwa. But ke inkosi kakhulu, thank you and your Bay TV team Mpuma Kapa. Yes.
Umakapa TV.
Mpuma Kapa TV. Thank you very much for ukuba sibe lapha. Sonwabile. Enkosi nangeti othe wasenzela yona. Thank you very much. You're a great host.
I have. Thank you so much, Nana, for tuning in onto this segment of The Rising Star. What we're doing is we're directing all our energies and keeping fit rather and healthy. And today we have Coach Lwetu, who is a fitness trainer, and she's basically going to give us tips and also advices as to how to keep our bodies in shape. So you at home, please help me welcome Coach Lwetu to the Hangout. Hello, Sister Nijani.
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
I am definitely fantastic as well. So I want you to please tell our viewers at home about what is it that you do and what are you focusing on too?
Okay, all right, so thank you so much. I am from King Williamstown, but I'm currently residing here in Port Elizabeth. I'm basically a wellness coach, so I help Abantu with nutrition and exercise.
Oh, wow, that's lovely. So when you are talking about nutrition, it also means, well, we need to take care of our bodies and also what we intake. And also, namhlanje, what areas are we focusing on to for umzimba wetu?
Okay, all right, thank you for that question. So now, guys, the most important thing is that when you look at your body and the fitness in general, you have to look at it in a holistic way, right? So your body is an engine, for example. Look at your body as an engine and it needs the parts, different parts to work well, right? So, for example, if you want to build your legs, right, you need to focus on your core. Yeah, so if your core is strong, it means that you are more stable, you have better form, and you're also stronger in general, so you'll be able to lift heavy weights. Yeah, so it doesn't mean if you want to build legs, you train legs every day. Okay, so with that being said, though, I will be focusing on helping you build your legs and also working on your stomach area.
Yes. Oh, I heard that you're mentioning legs. So what what are the good exercises for legs, basically?
Okay, so I have three important things, three important staples, which is your lunges, your squats, and your leg curls, right? But with that being said, again, like when you're doing your legs, you want to focus on your whole body. Like a good leg day is focusing on your whole lower body, right? Doing exercises that are going to work on your thighs, your glutes, your calves, and your lower back, and especially your core as well for stability, right?
Yeah.
So the basic exercises, your squats, they're very good for giving you strength, right, and building your glutes and your quads, right, your lunges as well. And the lunges also help you with stability as well, because you're actually carrying your weight in one leg. And then your leg curls, they'll also focus on your back area. Okay, so now,
You're done. So I also want to know as to you want to bulk up and also boost gains on your, or rather, let me say, muscle gain. How can you do that?
Okay, so now another thing is that when it comes to fitness, everyone, it's very important into oityayo. So as much as you want to gain, you want to lose, there aren't exercises that are actually for gain or for lose. Obviously, if you lose weight, you do a lot of cardio, ne? Yeah. But when you want to build muscle, you want to focus on what you eat, right? So now, if you want to build legs, you want to focus on eating more, okay? If you want to gain muscle, you focus on eating more, okay? So in general, as people, we actually burn calories, right, at rest. When you're sitting down and doing nothing, you actually burn calories. But the more you exercise, the more calories you burn. So if you're someone now who wants to actually gain weight, you want to eat more calories than you burn, right? So meaning you want to focus on more protein also. That's very important because you want to build healthy muscle. You don't want to be bulky, right? You want to build healthy muscle, so you eat more protein and you eat more, basically more meals, right? That's basically it.
Oh, wow, that is such an insightful conversation. So, Lotu, before we can even go to any further questions, can you please just elaborate for our viewers at home? Because I heard you mention in Dabazoba, you have to do squats and do what and do what. Can you please just elaborate for our viewers at home about how do you do those and the right positioning of feet?
Okay, right. So for example, your basic exercise, your squat, right? The most important thing is just make sure that your feet are flat.
Let me try with you.
Yes.
Let me try. I know I'm not looking for as a gym person, but let's try. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So your feet are flat.
Yeah,
okay,
flat.
Right? And your torso straight, right? You go down, okay? And when you go up, your heels push up. Your heels must push you up.
So it's the heels that push on up.
Yes. Now, but your heels must not go up. Don't do this.
Okay, okay.
Make sure you're here and up. Right.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So another question, because ndinengxaki, which is a belly fat, which is a belly fat. So how do you get rid of intention?
Okay, so now the most important thing is you must understand that fat is fat wherever it is, So when we eat, we don't control where our fat goes.
Yeah,
so when you want to lose fat, you don't say, okay, now I'm focusing on this leg, I'm focusing on this arm, right? You want to make sure that your food intake again plays a role, right? So you want to eat less calories. Again, we spoke about the calories, so you need to be on a calorie deficit. So eating less, basically, right? But again, make sure you're eating, you're not skipping meals, right? Skipping breakfast, guys, is literally the worst thing you can do for yourself. I know a lot of people do that, but skipping breakfast actually makes you gain more belly fat, but I won't elaborate more on that, right? So eat healthier, okay? Right, obviously, and then exercise and consistency is literally is key, right? So again, for belly fat, I would suggest that you take more fiber, right? Take more fiber and you drink more water. Right?
Oh, all right. So, Lwetu, I just want to know, have you experienced any sort of challenges when you started out gymming that people can look to? Or can you take to mind?
So when I started working out, the first thing, I think a lot of people, you just don't know what to do, right? And another thing is the way that I was eating. Sometimes I would go and exercise and
chop.
again, right?
Chop, yeah.
And I was always like, why is this not happening to me? But I'm training.
Yeah.
But now with the experience I have now, I just know, but nutrition is key, right? And you just have to be consistent, right? So, and having a coach is also good as well, right? So I have a coach as well, right? I had a coach when I started, and now I'm a coach. I coach people. So.
Okay, so lastly, what can you say uba abantu bangakufumana phi, meaning that your details, social media, and just so that they can get hold of you?
Okay, so mainly I'm on TikTok and Instagram. So on TikTok, Lwetu's Lifestyle Coaching, and on Instagram, Lwetu Mandli.
I can't even ask you to do a TikTok challenge, Nyana, because you're more of a fitness person.
Yes, I don't dance.
Yeah, so please do follow her on TikTok and Instagram. Yes, and yes, guys, that's just that. We thank you so much, Lwetu, for coming to the show and giving us tips. And I'm sure that people are also going to follow you, because what you've given us namhlanje was quite insightful, and also I'm sure incede nabanye ezindlini. And from me, guys, you guys do know that this is how we end the show. We say thank you for tuning in onto the Hangout. It was lovely. From me to you, La Vita Vigesana. See you until the next one. Bye.